Our Time with Nancy Allen, star of RoboCop, Poltergeist 3, and one of my all-time favorite movies with Miss Angie Dickinson, Dressed to Kill. Her husband was with her, an attractive man actually, and they loved the Lucy Desi shirt that I had on. And she looked at me and she said, "That's the reason why my husband got into writing." And the writing part clicked in my head. And he told us a story where he was watching the Lucy show, I Love Lucy show, and he would see the credits roll up, and he would see written by, and he's like, not many of the people are known are the writers. He said, that's what I want to be, is one of the writers, to help these people get the laughs. He said it in a different way. I can't remember exactly because I was too caught up with the word he was a writer. So I asked him, I said, what has he written? Then when I came home and found out what else he's written, it floored me. He told me he wrote for the Jeffersons, which happens to be one of my other all-time favorite comedies. But when I came home, he written for What's Happening Now, Marla Gibbs' spin-off Checking In, Maude. He wrote the episode Draft Dodger for All in the Family, and he wrote for Good Times. But when he said he wrote for the Jeffersons, I said, well, if you're that well known, why are there no pictures of you out here? I said, I would love to have one. He said, oh, many people are not interested in the writers and all that. I says, well, I'm not many people. You won't find many people like me who are interested. And I said this, and at the same time I started to say this, Nancy chimed in at the same time and said that it was almost simultaneously saying what we were saying together. I said, let's put it this way. I said, if it wasn't for the writers, we wouldn't have what we have in front of me right now, because they wouldn't be able to work without the words written on the page for them to act it. So they asked, and I gave her my CDs that I made for her, and she was appreciative, and she said, well, what can we do for you here today? I said, well, we would like to get a signed picture. I picked a picture, remarkably, of what she looks like, and when I pointed it to her, I said, in this picture you look exactly like Constance Forsland. And she started to laugh, and she said, you know what's so funny that you mentioned that name? She says, me and Connie actually worked on something together. She said, it's wild that you brought that name up just now, because we actually had something, we did something together. So she was taken back, but I knew who Constance was in the first place. I mean, who doesn't know who Constance Forsland? Oh, I know, sure, a lot of people don't know, but I'm not a lot of people that you find these days. So then I said, and we'd also like to get a picture with you. I said to her, I said, but I want him in the picture with me too, because he's a writer. He's done many of my shows that I've watched and enjoyed. I want him in the picture with me too. He was taken back. His name is Jay, and I hope I don't butcher this name, Moriarty, M-O-R-I-A-R-T-Y, Jay Moriarty. A gifted writer who actually, one of the episodes he's written, he asked me which ones was my favorite, and I told him the Hawaii episodes when the Jeffersons went to the Hawaii, and it happened to be that he actually written those episodes, or had something to do with writing those episodes. So I picked very good episodes that I actually enjoyed. My top favorite of the Jeffersons. Who didn't love the Jeffersons in Hawaii? That was hysterical as hell. When George kept trying to get out from Wheezy, trying to find out that he had to be there because he had too much stress in his life and he might have a heart attack. That's the funniest episode ever. And yet he was conducting business deals on the side, trying to hide it. Funniest stuff they've ever written. So that was Our Time with Nancy Allen, and we talked about my pages on. She actually found me on her phone, my Hollywood Facebook page and my Lucy page, and she was they were quite impressed with what I did, and I guess I don't know if I'm sure she liked him while she was looking at him. So I have a couple hundred followers as of today, and that was my time and John's time with the great, wonderful Nancy Allen and her husband, writer. I don't want to butcher his name, but people butcher my name all the time. J. Moriarty. Thank you.